So whoever I'm talking to, like, you've got to stop listening to the inner critic, okay? Because I feel like you have a lot of inner critic right now, and I just think that it's because there's honestly a lot of positivity in your life, right? Like there's a lot of energy that is like, I don't know. I feel like you're about to have like a manifestation, a breakthrough, or whatever. You know what I mean? This can just even be like a new level of clarity. You know what I mean? You're probably going through some ascension. Like I don't know. There's just different things, right? But I definitely feel like you know who I'm talking to. You know that you're supposed to be doing something. Maybe you're supposed to be with someone. Like you're gonna know if this is a relationship or if this is a business in your life, okay? Because it could be both, right? But I feel like you gaslight yourself, like totally, like you're continuously finding ways of why you're not enough. I feel like that's the main part, right? It's not just that it's not gonna work. It's like why you're not like fit for whatever, or why, I don't know, it's like you're internalizing something that's not about you, right? You could have heavy Sagittarius in your chart. I'm also seeing some Cancer, but I feel like you need to be aware as well. We're like going into a full moon. Like if you're watching this in like real time, like what is it, the 22nd of February 2024, y'all. Anyways, like if you're watching it like right around now, we have a full moon coming in a couple days, right? So that could be some of what you're feeling, some of that mental activity. Like I feel like you're probably getting some activations. Like I'm gonna be honest, like and that it, just hold on, basically, right? Don't quit. Keep pushing forward, even if you're not seeing the results. Like if God put something in your heart that you're supposed to be doing that, right? Like, and you know, like this is something that you know, for, like, you know, not like, why doesn't he love me? Like, no, like this is like you're in that acceptance state of it, right? And it's just not coming quick enough, I guess, per se. Like it's about to, right? I do have luck is on your side. Oh my gosh, a new romantic cycle begins, right? Underneath it is work through your fears. So I have Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio. And I think you're fearful that it's not going to happen again. I think you're like, I want to find the right words to get this across to you, because if this is resonating with you, like I feel like you just got a lot going on, like mentally, and like if you don't have the results today, or like that person today, or however, you know, I think we might be talking about love for some of you guys, right? If it's business too, like you don't have all your client or whatever, right? It's not that it's not coming. It's like it's like buckle down, right? And like check in that inner critic, y'all. Like you need to checkmate that mother sucker, right? Like that, because that person or that inner whatever, that's just trying to gaslight you to not be able to keep you stuck where you are, right? Like you can look at that as a spiritual attack. You can look at it as the enemy. You can look at it whatever you want. Call it your inner critic, whatever you need to call it. That voice, that one is the one that you need to like learn how to squash down, okay? And just understand, like if this is resonating with you, like I'm telling you, your manifestations are coming in, right? Your relationship's about to go down, right? Like, and it's gonna be beautiful because you've been putting the work into your life. I don't feel like I'm talking to somebody who's still cycling, right? I feel like I'm more talking to somebody, yeah, like I said, you're like settled in your role right now, but you're not happy that everything isn't played out yet, right? Some of you guys are waiting to make moves. Some of you, like, there's different things in life that it just, sometimes it takes time, okay? Sometimes it takes time. You guys, give it time. It doesn't mean it's not coming. It doesn't mean it's not for you. It doesn't mean that that's not yours, right? Okay, I don't know if I want to use these. Let's do it. Let's see. Look, self-love, intentions. I do like the rebirth with the winter because we're coming out of winter, right? And like that's like you need to leave behind the behind, right? Like what was in the past, right? Don't allow the old mentalities or that inner critic talking BS to you about like, oh my gosh, I keep getting messages, like talking BS to you, you know, about who you are and what you should really be doing, because you know, like, you know in your heart, like if somebody's really your person, you know in your heart if you're called to a certain role in life, right? You know that, like, you know that. And I'm talking about somebody who knows that, but it's just not here yet, right? Like just because it's not here yet. I see 444 right there. Just because it's not here yet, right? Oh my gosh, the messages, you guys, you're probably getting hella interruptions as you're trying to move forward. I feel like every time you're trying to move around, like I feel like something's like right there and you're just like, why? Okay, so why is that happening? Why do we feel like, why is there what is it? For some of you guys, it's because you denied a connection. For some of you guys, it's because you denied a connection. Okay, for some of you guys, it's because you refuse to distance yourself from people that you were supposed to. Like that could be why you're having some feelings, right? Like I don't even necessarily think it's your feelings, or maybe you've distanced yourself from these people and you're picking up on their energy. That makes sense. But I feel like you can love people from afar, right? You can cheer them on. You can pray for them. You can hope they do the best in the world, right? You don't have to be like whatever, but you also don't have to have them directly in your life, right? And sometimes people do grow. Sometimes when you distance yourself from family, that's exactly what's needed in order for them to be able, for God to work with them. I remember I used to get told that all the time, like, anyways, like from people in the church, right? Like, like you can't save people, like you gotta let God work. You're trying to like, micromanage what other people have going on, right? And I swear, when is it right hand I'm supposed to do? I don't know, whatever. I swear, both hands, right? That when I finally did distance myself, they had to face some consequences within their own life, consequences that they made for themselves, right? Just like I had made my own consequences that I had already faced, right? But they did, and there was rebirth. There was the rebirth to those family situations. But it didn't happen until I fully had to distance myself and do what I had to do in my life. And not just family, friends. I mean, like, we have people in our life that we will always have love for, whether we want to, like, have them in our life personally or not, right? Like, we're always going to want to see them win, right? And I feel like that's what sets you apart from other people, right? And maybe that's what you're forgetting. Like, if this is resonating as well, like, when you're like, oh, yeah, that's me. Like, I do want people to win. Yes, you're about to get your blessings because you're that type of person. Why would you not believe in that? Like, I feel like that inner critic is trying to make you forget who you are at your core, right? You got to remember this stuff because you do things out of love, right? You want people to win. That's why it was hard for you to detach from these situations. That's why it's probably still hard for some of you guys. It depends on what level you are on this. But like, you get, like, God gives you, God, or the universe, whatever you want. It's God to me over here, okay, you guys? God gives you, like, what you need at the moment, right? Like, in order to keep you go, like, you're gonna see some wins, even if it's not the big win. Like, you'll see small wins to let you know you're in the right path, right? And I will be honest, a lot of times right before a breakthrough, it gets like the most like amped up, right? And again, some of y'all are just going through different activations with this full moon, and you need to be aware of that. And just being like, just more compassionate with yourself, because maybe some of you guys are having like some, I don't want to say survivor's guilt, but that's kind of what it is. When y'all come up out of a traumatic situation and you choose to detach and move away, I mean, you do kind of have that. Like, you feel like you're still watching from afar. Like, if you had, I don't know, if you're resonating with this, you're gonna understand what I'm saying 100%. But I just feel like you really got to give yourself credit, okay? And don't be mad at yourself for having to distance yourself, because it's the best choice you can make for your life at this point. If you're being guided to do that, even if it's from somebody you think is your twin flame or somebody that you said was your whatever, right? Like, if it is for the better good, right? It doesn't mean you can't pray for them. It doesn't mean that you can't whatever, right? I also feel like some of you guys have to be distanced from these people so you can see who they truly were, because I feel like you were giving people roles in your life that they didn't deserve, right? Like, I feel like you was telling somebody they was your soulmate that probably didn't even deserve to be in a relationship or take you even on a date with the energy that they ended up putting into your life, right? Like, y'all were not on the same level. So I feel like it's hard to see that when you're so invested in them, right? Because you can still see the good in them. You can still see what is good in them, and you also still want people to win. It's because you're a good person, okay? which goes back to you about to get what it is you wanted, right? If you have distanced yourself and you're feeling kind of lonely and kind of sad and you're going through stuff, just keep going, because you're about to have everything you asked for. For some of you guys, it's new love. It is